You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone.
Today I'm going to wear a hat while I film because it's going to do better to keep my hair out of the fruit. And today I'm going to make some donut muffins, which in theory I'm hoping it's going to turn out well. I've not really tried these per se, but we are going to take 1.5 cups of flour. I'm going to use self-rising because I like self-rising for anything, because I don't like fooling with the whole baking soda, baking powder, whatever type thing. And 1/2 cup of sugar, which is granulated. Mix that together. A little bit of salt, it says. I do like to bake, so it says 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, which I went ahead and mixed together. Mixing my dry ingredients together. Going ahead and getting that all ready to go. All right, so I've went ahead and gotten my 1/3 cup of butter melted. I have my 1 large egg, and I also have my vanilla extract, and I also have my 1/2 cup of milk. So we will go ahead. I do despise cracking an egg. Yeah. But look at me. Professional. Professional. And I did it. It says that it's going to be a little bit of a thicker mixture. And I'm good with that. Pretty good with that. Which, I'm okay with that. I'm not going to over mix it because should have went ahead and got my spatula, which I can go ahead and do now. Just a sec. And I'm back. Look at me all back and stuff. See, it doesn't take long. Not a bad looking mixture there. Let me add my vanilla, which I like vanilla to be tasteful through my ingredients there. Yeah. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And of course, look at me, keeping the hair out as promised. All right, to the exciting parts. See, I'm using a scooper because I cannot be trusted. Plus, I have a little bit of OCD about some things. I have to have it equally, well, kind of equally, I guess, sized. You can see they're getting a little bit bigger and bigger as I go. And I can't help that because I get a little excited as I go. And that's okay. That's okay. I guess it'll be all right. It says halfway to 2/3 full, which I think it's going to be okay on this because this will make a muffin tin full, I guess, here. And that's going to be pretty good. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that here. Let's see how that's going to go. Some of these are going to be a tad bit bigger than others, which is... Oh, that's going to get me. That's going to get me, gal. Ah, and that's going to be all right, too. No hair. Which life kind of mowed the top of my head, so there's no worries about hair coming off my head per se, but I enjoy it for the sake of the video. It makes me look cool, okay? Well, cool for my age anyway. We used to all wear our hats backwards back in my time. Back in those days, whippersnappers, okay? So I think I'm going to pop these in for about, 20 minutes or so. And then while that's baking, I'm going to make my icing. Okay, so I am starting out with probably maybe 1.25 cups of powdered sugar. And I'm going to make it pretty thick. And the reason being is because I like it to be really hard and crusty on top of whatever I'm making, like fried apple pies and things like that. I have a problem with sweets. It just is what it is. And that's okay. But there is my powdered sugar. Let me get my milk. I'm back. I'm prepared, just like for a test. Now let me show you. I'm going to put a little bit of vanilla in here because I love it. Love it. I use other extracts too, but vanilla, she's my baby. Let me put a little bit in here. Just uno momento, little baby. Yeah, okay. A little bit of that. And a little bit of this. Now, I don't put a whole lot in there to start because if you keep stirring, that sugar is going to melt down. Yes, I use an old-fashioned fork. It's a beautiful thing. And you can even use water. I choose to use milk. Not a big thing. Needs a little bit more. There we go. Yes, I make a big mess when I cook. Who don't? And if you don't, I applaud you. Sometimes I don't. I usually clean as I go, but it is what it is. And I just added the whole thing. There we go. That must have been the ticket. Yep, that's my lucky lotto number right there. And I'm making it super, super thick. Okay. Super, super thick. And if it's too thick, what I shall do is step over here and add a little bit of water. But what I want is for it to be thick, because I tell you, when it comes out of the oven, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a brush, I'm going to use this thick ice and I'm going to brush it over top of it. That heat's going to melt it a little bit, and then when it cools, it's going to crust up, like I said. And then that is going to be super good when you take a bite into it, because it's going to be like any pastry or pie that you've gotten. You know how it's kind of hardened a little bit on the outside, but it melts in your mouth. That's what this is going to do. Super good, super sweet. It's what everybody tells you not to eat, but then you sneak into it anyway. I'm down at the oven because I can't wait. It's driving me nuts. Now, as you can see, they've come out of the oven. I've browned them just a little bit, and I'm going to give them about 5 minutes to cool off before I transfer them over here. And I already transferred those babies. Look how fast I am. The magic of film. So now, these things are warm. I'm going to go ahead and coat them with a brush, which is a lengthy process, I know. But while they're warm, I'm going to go ahead and get some of this on here. And it can go ahead and drip down in there. I'm not really that concerned. They can be prettiful, but also tastyful. Raw. I mean, I guess you could probably dust a little cinnamon on the top. For me, that might be a little overkill. I'm not sure, because it's got some cinnamon in the dough. So, I don't know. We got that nice little sugar on top there, so it'd be good for breakfast. I mean, I guess it'd be a good little snack too in between, because y'all know me, it's gonna be a snack. And I know it's a lengthy process, but like I told you, I have this little process. I don't know how to explain it, but I wished I could explain it more. But if you know me, you know how I am. And if you don't know me, hopefully you're going to. So, yeah. Get a little bit more on some of this. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Would you look at there? I'm sorry, I've got to put a little bit more on some of these, because, yep. Okay.